What if you could step into a machine and visit the past? Or leap forward hundreds of years into the future? Time travel has fascinated humanity for centuries. It appears in science fiction movies, novels, and legends. But here's the question: is it only fantasy? Or could it actually be possible according to modern physics? Today, we'll explore the science of time travel, from Einstein's relativity to wormholes, to the mind-bending paradoxes that could break reality itself. And at the end, we'll ask, are we already time travelers? In his theory of relativity, Albert Einstein showed that time is not fixed. It can stretch or compress depending on how fast you're moving, or how close you are to strong gravity. Imagine two twins. One stays on Earth, while the other travels through space at near the speed of light. When the traveling twin returns, they are younger than the one who stayed behind. This isn't science fiction, it's called time dilation, and it's been proven with real experiments using atomic clocks. In fact, astronauts aboard the International Space Station experience a tiny bit of this effect every day. They orbit Earth so fast that their clocks run a fraction of a second slower than ours. In other words, traveling to the future is already possible. We just don't yet have the technology to do it on a large scale. But what about traveling to the past? Here's where things get really strange. Einstein's equations also allow for the possibility of wormholes, tunnels that connect two different points in space and time. Think of space-time like a sheet of paper. If you fold the paper so two distant points touch, and poke a hole through, you've just made a shortcut. That's what a wormhole could be. In theory, a wormhole could allow you to step in at one point in time and come out in another. Scientists like Kip Thorne, who advised the movie Interstellar, have studied how this might work. But the catch is enormous. Wormholes would collapse instantly without exotic matter to keep them open. And we don't even know if such matter exists. Still, the math suggests wormholes might not just connect distant places in the universe, but also different times. But if time travel is possible, it creates paradoxes that break logic itself. The most famous is the grandfather paradox. Imagine going back in time and accidentally preventing your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. That means you would never be born. But if you were never born, then how did you travel back in time in the first place? This paradox suggests that maybe traveling into the past is impossible. Or maybe the universe has rules to prevent contradictions. One idea is the self-consistency principle, that events in the past are fixed. Even if you travel back, your actions would always end up fitting into history rather than changing it. Another possibility, the multiverse theory. Traveling back might create a new parallel timeline, where your actions play out differently, but your original universe remains unchanged. If that's true, every choice, every trip to the past, might split reality into countless versions of itself. So what about actual machines? Scientists have proposed a few wild ideas. One is using rotating black holes, called Kerr black holes, which might twist spacetime enough to allow closed time loops. Another involves cosmic strings, hypothetical defects in spacetime that could bend time if arranged correctly. But the most practical idea comes from relativity itself. If we could travel near the speed of light, or orbit extremely close to a black hole, we could leap forward in time. The problem? The energy required is beyond anything humanity can currently achieve. And traveling backward in time, that may forever remain beyond reach. Here's the twist. In a sense, we're already traveling through time. Every second we move into the future. But more than that, the astronauts in orbit, the particles accelerated near light speed in CERN's Large Hadron Collider, even the way GPS satellites adjust their clocks for relativity. All of these are real forms of time travel proven by physics. So maybe we don't need a DeLorean or a wormhole to be time travelers. Maybe we already are. Time travel may never look like it does in movies, but relativity proves we can leap forward in time. Wormholes and paradoxes hint at deeper mysteries of the universe. The truth is, time itself may be far stranger than we can imagine. So, is time travel really possible? Perhaps, but the bigger question might be, are we already time travelers, moving through the cosmos 1 second at a time? So what do you think? Could time travel into the past ever be real? Or is it just a dream humanity will never achieve? Subscribe to ScienceMinded for more mind-blowing science facts every week. Because when it comes to the mysteries of time, today's science fiction might be tomorrow's discovery.